I just wanna do you right. I need you by my side. I just wanna do you right. I done made some more decisions in life. I just wanna do you right. I ain't giving up on this fight. I just wanna do you right. I just wanna do you right. Woke up early this morning, Snapchat is boring, and the rain is pouring. I just started up a weekend, I was listening to Weekend, and I really started thinking. We're about to put in that work. Loyalty must come first. I promise I will give you my best. Try to lessen out the stress. Prove to you I ain't the rest, baby. Promise I will give you my best. Try to lessen out the stress. Prove to you I ain't the rest, baby. I just wanna do you right. I need you by my side. I just wanna do you right. I done made some more decisions in life. I just wanna do you right. I ain't giving up on this fight. I just wanna do you right. I just wanna do you right. I fuck with you because you're so classy, and because you don't act ratchet. Love hard, but you got a passion. Plus you know how to fill a bag it. Oh, intelligent, intellectual. We counting money while blowing on that vegetable. She a real queen, no question. Some call her a blessing. She my Bonnie and I'm Clyde. Make you keep in my life. She be giving that drunk love. That I have a nigga dumb stuck. Have a nigga heart sold up. Definition of thug love. Do you right? I need you by my side. I just wanna do you right. I just wanna see you in life. I just wanna do you right. I ain't giving up on this fight. I just wanna do you right. I just wanna do you right.
Whoa. Check you out. There he is right there, my man, Terrell Matheny, in the free think zone. What's up, bro?
What's happening?
And I want to just say you're the hit maker. You're all over. You're doing everything. I mean, you're monetizing, you're merchandising, you're acting, you're rapping. You kind of just are. You got entertainment all up in your blood.
Yes, I do. It runs in my family, so I'm gonna keep doing it forever.
Well, you're gonna keep doing it forever. Speaking of your family, I've been knowing your family forever, seeing you grow up, and then also seeing what you're up to in terms of entertainment. What are some of the latest projects you're working on? What's up with Terrell?
Okay, so recently this year, I just had the #3 album release on Amazon. It was behind SZA and actually Vito, called Bipolar, our R&B album called Bipolar. But my most recent project right now is going to have to be my recent movie called Operation Hope. It's about a 4th-generation Jew who inherits superpowers from her grandmother, and she has super strength.
Hold it. Terrell, what does she use that? What does she use her superpowers in service to?
Okay, so she fights for injustices. Like, she doesn't like bullies. She's down with the LGBTQ. She's for the people that are the people that get bullied, pretty much.
Wow.
The down and out individuals. That's who she fights for.
And she's a Jew.
Man,
so she knows a little bit about, being poked on and picked on.
Yes, absolutely. And she has red hair and everything.
Oh, man. She got red hair.
She has red hair.
Terrell, I gotta ask you to read this trigger alert to the viewers. Just tell them right out loud, this is a show that triggers people because X, Y, and Z. Hit them with the trigger alert.
All right, trigger alert. This is a show that triggers people because you've entered a free think zone. If you're not willing to be exposed to other points of view, tune out now and don't read the comments. You have been warned.
There it is. You've been warned. Terrell Matheny, entertainer extraordinaire in the free think zone. What I want to kind of talk about is, you spoke about bipolar. You're speaking about a movie with bullying. You have a message, and let's just go with the mental health dynamic, because folks don't want to talk about bipolar or anything as it relates to what's between the ears.
Right.
What has you as an artist moving those issues forward?
Well, I mean, being someone that has suffered from those type of anxieties and disorders in my life, I've been able to understand both sides of yet recovery and being in the middle of these type of mental health issues. And so with that being said, it's one of my things that I'm very passionate about as an entertainer, to shed light on mental health, because now it's even worse with social media, TikTok, Instagram. People are body shaming. People are going through so much different things now that we need to really shed light on this, catastrophic thing that's happening in the world at the moment.
Well, social media is here. We're on social media now, and it's all consuming. And everywhere I go, particularly with young people, but now even more older people, et cetera, I always see this extension in their hand.
Right.
This is another body part.
Right, right.
You can go to a movie and somebody will be watching their phone.
Facts.
While the movie is playing. You know what I mean? I even went the other day to the swimming pool. Saw a young lady in the swimming pool. She was swimming
with her phone.
She had her phone and all of that. And so, with this being ever present, it doesn't seem like it is going to go anywhere. It's the wave of what is now. How do young people particularly navigate all the bullying, the shaming, the components, the elements of social media? Do you got any suggestions?
I mean, honestly, I would minimize screen time. Like, I wouldn't be using as much in your phone. I believe that because the way humans are in evolution, because of phones, eventually this finger will grow longer to accommodate the phone, and people will their necks will actually go down a little bit because you evolve as an animal with the things that you adapt to. Like, that's what it's about. Life's about evolution. So I believe that the phone will actually change everything, because one, people's attention spans are a lot less now. You used to be able to make a song for about 4 minutes. Now you can do about 2 minutes, and that's about it. People are out. They don't want anything over 2.5 minutes. That's just way too long for the brain to sit there when you have this much content in your hand.
Well, I love what you're saying about, attention span, because me as an older person, and it's me that, I know my attention span is less and less. You know what I mean?
Right.
Tolerance.
Facts.
There's a whole bunch of dynamics that are happening, but with social media, or even in this world at its fast pace, it seems like, give it to me now. I need it right now. And even if it's success,
right,
I need my success right now. I don't want to bake it. I want to microwave it. Now the microwave is too slow.
Right.
We're in the right now generation. And so with that being said, how do you, is that just what it is? Like when you say with the evolution, is the success right now because you're successful? You're known, and folks want to do like you. They want to be like you, but I'm not sure if they realize what goes into making a Terrell Matheny.
Well, what I've learned through this journey of entertainment was to take the stairs over the elevator. If you take the elevator, you're not going to get any leg muscles. But if you take them stairs, you can stand longer when you get to the top. So that's the way I look at this game. This is full court press all the time. There's 20,000 plus songs released daily through Spotify, Apple, through all that. And that's just in music. Really, this game is multifaceted. You have to be able to do everything now. They don't want you to just do one thing. You got to be able to bounce on one foot, rub your head, your stomach with a ball, and all this stuff to be able to keep it entertained. And then that's only going to entertain them for about 30 seconds. So you have to be able to have the follow-up. If you don't have the follow-up, you have nothing. It's like basketball. When you take your shot, the coach tells you to follow your shot. You usually get pulled out the game if you don't follow your shot. That's what this game is. You must continuously keep following your shot and taking shots over and over and over.
What does following your shot mean in this industry?
I mean, say you go viral. Say we go viral for this clip right now. Your next one is what's important. It's the build up after this. This moment's already done. So what's after your next moment after this to be able to catapult you up to the next level? This is a game of leverage.
Man, my man is in the Free Think Zone, Moni Jonesy. He got that grind going.
Oh, yeah.
The comedy grind. He doesn't stop. I mean, I guarantee you he's in the air right now watching.
I mean,
he sends a shout out to you and says, Operation Hope 100. He's doing it.
Yeah, Moni Jonesy is my boy. we've done a couple films together, and it's good to be able to see his evolution. You know what I mean? He's a good dude. It's always good to be able to see people that, you know, are from your town actually going to the higher pillars with you. You know what I mean? Because as I look around, I start seeing less and less people that I know.
Wow. And with that being said, you're homegrown. Tell us about where you grew up and how you grew up.
I grew up in Aurora, Colorado, playing basketball. I'm bald now, okay? And I was bald then because I wanted to be Michael Jordan. I thought I was going to go to the pros and be a professional basketball player. That's what I was inspired by. But, you know, circumstances, height, weight, size, whatever. And I wasn't always this size, you know what I'm saying? I switched to entertainment. And I'd always danced and stuff my whole life and did, like, the funny thing, make commercials with my cousins and stuff. But I never really thought that it would take me this far. I thought I would be in the NBA.
What do you think in terms of the trajectory from, we were talking about Tyler Perry and what he's doing? I understand he's purchased BET or something. I haven't caught up on that.
Yeah, it's BET and VH1.
He purchased that, and you were mentioning, you know, he's the person to do it, to perhaps bring it back to what it was. What are your thoughts when you talk about ownership and content?
It's like the recipe. It's like, I feel like a lot of people, they get diluted or they get drowned out and forget how they got to where they got. You know, VH1 and MTV were like music video platforms like that. It was more music based. More now it's like reality TV because you must evolve. But if you know about evolve, it's like a revolving door, right? The door is going to come back around. So it's time for, we don't have any more like video shows like that. So someone did come back out with that, which is Tyler Perry, and he revamped BET and them to be like the way that they used to be. You know, 106th and Park, you know, the things that made it, you know, black entertainment television, like these were good. It was good then, but they changed like the way it is, and that's why I think a lot of people, you know, they got everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's annoying, and can you tell? Like it's like HBO Plus, Apple Plus, Samsung Plus, and it's like everybody's literally doing the exact same thing. We need something different.
Wow, and I'm telling you, you're always giving us something different in terms of, you know, the movies, the music, the entertainment, the vision. How is it in terms of what are you seeing in terms of culture and, you know, shaping culture? Because our community has tended to shape, you know, the vibration of what folks like to see around the world. What are you seeing? What's happening? Terrell, what's hip?
I think that really, we really don't know what's hip at our age. The kids do. You know, I got a stepson in my house, and he's 12 years old. Okay, so when I want to know if something's hot, I go to him because he's the generation coming up. They gonna tell us what's hot. That's how you stay relevant. That's how Usher stayed relevant.
Wow.
Is to keep changing with these individuals.
You know what I always tell folks, particularly young musicians or folks that are entertainers or whatever, I'm like, you know what? If I think it's cool, it probably ain't cool. First, let's go over here. I want to send a shout out to your pops. Jay Johnson, what's up, bro? In the building. Jay, this is like the first seed from the tree. You know, this is your oldest son, and everybody, like Jay Johnson, he's a legend in this town, has done everything around entertainment, has been in the forefront of, you know, what's happening and what's hot, and I think he stays relevant by doing exactly what you're talking about, keeping his ear to the streets and all that. Jay, what's going on in your mind, and what are you thinking about when you see your oldest son, you know, not only traveling in your footsteps, but also expanding the scope of the Johnson family?
Yeah, I think he's doing a wonderful job. I mean, I'm proud of him. It's I kind of gave him like the hard treatment on how to get to this business because I didn't really want to like baby him through it. So I told him, I said, you're really going to do well if you experience all this on your own. So everything he's done is on his own.
Wow.
And he's been grinding, and his hustle is unbelievable. I mean, he does it 24/7.
But, man, explain, like you say, 24/7 and the hustle. Explain the importance of the hustle, the grind, and how important that is, Jay.
Well, like you said, it's just when you hustle, you appreciate it better because you put the work in. Nobody's giving you nothing. And then when you get to the point, you've learned so much you have so much experience in that time, you know how to maintain it. Like you said, so if somebody just handed you something and you became successful, you get all the money. You see athletes and actors today, they have all the money. They don't know how to maintain it. They don't know what to do. They either spend it all. They don't have the right accountants, the right management. He's doing it all on his own. He's learning all the social media platforms, the movies, everything. So with you learning all that in yourself, you'll be able to have staying power in this game.
Man, well, I'll tell you, I want to always try and understand Terrell, like in the music. First of all, I want to talk music, then I want to talk about, like, perhaps movies. I'm seeing folks needing to download a zillion streams to get $30.
Yeah.
How does music even work today? I mean, I know you got to do the merchandising and all of those different. It seems to me like the music, the song, or whatever is now a launching pad to some other stuff. But is there money in the music?
It just depends on if you understand that the music is a product. Just like this right here. This is a product. It's the same thing as your music. A lot of people in music just believe that they can put it on social media and they're going to blow up. But we see McDonald's commercials all the time because they want us to know that this Big Mac is blah, blah, blah from Tuesday to Wednesday. But we already know about McDonald's. That lets you know that you must spend money on marketing. You know, a lot of people, when it comes to this music, they're not understanding that this is a business first. It has absolutely nothing to do with the music. It really don't. Like, you have a better chance going to the NBA than you doing of blowing up off a hit record. Like, and that's a fact. So it's like, but there's ways to maneuver through this game, and there's people in Colorado who have shown you this. And I'll throw a couple names out there. You know what I'm saying? Like my boy Antonio Gonzalez. Okay. My boy Antonio, Top Flight. Okay. King Tef and Hypnotic. They have shown people the business models that they need in this city in order for them to seriously make a living from this and not have to be like some huge star. Like, this is a job if you understand the employment and you understand how to do it.
And so one of the most difficult things that I generally see with individuals is they can work hard for somewhere else. Like when they punch in and, you know, somebody says, can you work a double shift? Can you stay overtime? Can you do this? And, you know, they'll do that, but it's hard to do it for yourself.
Well, I wouldn't say it's necessarily hard, but it's like it lacks structure. Some people need that job structure that someone already built for them so they can just go right into someone else's thing and make money. What we're doing is creating stuff on our own. It's two completely different things. People literally can't do that. It's hard.
It is very hard. One of the things I was talking with a couple of our friends, and, you know, of course, you know, your father and I, you know, grew up with Big John and some others. I was in a program with Big John and Chauncey Billups once, and, you know, they were talking about, you know, reaching that level, whatever that level is,
right.
You know what I mean? And then at the same time saying, I didn't really have a foundation to tell me how to maintain that level, or what does this contract mean, or, you know, I had to figure out and maybe take some losses to learn, you know, the ins and outs. How important is a mentor, and then how important is it to, you know, have a roadmap or learn from the roadmap when you're making it?
Well, we're in a technology day of age right now where we have unlimited technology at our fingertips by just opening our phone and typing in Google. Now with the AI that they're allowing out, we have access to whatever type of knowledge that we need. So there's really no excuse except for consistency and work ethic. If you lack work ethic, you know, it's going to be really hard for you to do that type of things. There's two type of players on a basketball team. The kid that goes to practice and go home and plays video games, or the kid that goes to practice and goes outside and shoots more baskets. That's the kid that goes farther because he has that work ethic. Everybody doesn't have that.
Like John Coltrane.
Facts.
John Coltrane, they said that he'll be at the gig.
Right.
Playing.
Okay.
And during with the break, he'd be out in the alley practicing still or playing still.
Man,
Then come back in and just, you know, constantly on your grind.
But that's why Kobe can shoot 10 for 10 with a blindfold. It's muscle memory. You got to practice. You practice. You play the way that you practice.
Man.
If you don't practice, just saying. We saw it at the beginning of last preseason with the Broncos. That's all I'm going to say. If they don't allow you to practice, how can you know your team?
Man, well, with that being said, it is Terrell. He's doing all kind of stuff, talking about the movie. I'm really interested in the Jewish superhero.
Okay, so Operation Hope by my boy Philip Penza, lblf.net, okay? It's a superhero film. I'm a villain, the villain's assassin. So I get to play like a killer role. Like, it was the first time I got to be like a hitman. I've been waiting for this kind of role. I've played with Vivica Fox and Angela Winbush. I was Angela Winbush's brother in Fire and Rain. And so usually, I was just telling my dad in the car on the way over here, I'm spoiled, so I'm not used to like background stuff. I'm a lead role person. All the movies, I have long roles through the whole film. Like, I filmed the whole time. So, Operation Hope is the next level for me. It's tight. It's really good.
Okay, so aside from Operation Hope, where are you at with the music? What have you been doing musically? And I know that you've been doing some rap, you've been doing some other things, but now you've been doing some more things.
Yeah, well, I just performed at Pride because my little sister's LPs, which is LGBTQ performer. And that was a great experience because I had never been down there before. A lot of people, they feel whatever way they feel about the LGBTQ community. I'm involved, because I have two sisters that are studs. So it was a dope experience. I've been doing a lot of different concerts all over, from shows with major celebrities, and now I have a live band, so I'm getting even more exposure.
I want to ask, and by the way, the LGBTQ plus community, tight with us. We're like, all family. I just think humanity is a family.
Me too.
So if you can't get with that, you're probably somewhere else. But I just think good people are good people. You find them wherever they at and doing whatever, however, and what else. So shout out to everybody. I understand the Pride Festival is off the chain,
man,
and packed. And Juneteenth was packed, and we're getting ready. Jay, we're getting ready for the Black Arts Festival. I gotta ask you some advice. I gotta ask both of you some advice. We have the Brother Jeff Cultural Center stage on Saturday, July 8th. Now, when we put up stages, we got to smoke. We don't want, they'll be singers, but if they can't perform, they can't be on this stage.
Period.
Like, a lot of, Jay, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
am I right?
You're right.
Okay, so the bottom line is, if you're a performer out there, listen real close, because we're going to have Brother Jeff's Cultural Center stage July 8th at the Black Arts Festival. We got some singers, performers, musicians, talent, extraordinaire. So if you're a performer, get with us. If you're a performer. If you're a singer, keep singing, hit that karaoke spot, do whatever it is that you do, which is cool. We'd be like, but if you can, like, Jay, we just call it, can you rock that crowd, right?
Can you rock it? Can you bring it? Just like artist development. I mean, some of the labels now are starting to bring back artist development. And I watched BET Awards. I can tell Lotto and some of the other artists have been going through some artist development because their performances are getting better than they used to be.
We'll talk about the performance and artist development, because the singing is, to me, sometimes the artist. But there's more to it than just having talent. Is that true?
Absolutely. You got to have the image. You got to have the drive. You got to have... First of all, even to be in the limelight like that, your brain has to be fully trained. You can't say nothing wrong. In this climate now, this ain't the 90s when you could almost express yourself. We had comedians like Rodney Dangerfield. Oh, my goodness. You know what I mean? You can't say none of that stuff no more. So you have to be even more calculated now. So artist development is detrimental.
And I want to touch on that, but in terms of what can be said, what can be sung, are artists being limited by the constraints of society? I mean, because there was a time where artists drove society.
Right.
And now it's kind of like short attention span. This is what you can say. This is what the algorithm is. And this is what we can monetize and all of those different things. Are we being more aware, or are we being more constrained?
I think that we're being more directed. I think everyone's being more directed into a certain place so we can actually see where each brand stands. That's where I think that music is taking a turn. It's just overcrowded, There's a million people doing it. Like, literally, if we just go in this neighborhood, in this area, there's probably at least 100 rappers down here right now.
No, it's going to be 500.
I'm just saying, for sure.
Not one.
For sure.
Not one. About 500.
Right,
and another 500 coming.
Right.
You know. But with that being said, artist development, let's get back to that. Jay, what is it that is involved with developing an artist and a brand and a package that, you know, can expand markets?
Yeah, artist development, you need to have an artist that, like Terrell was saying, you need to have somebody that's focused on their craft, but you have to think of it in a way that you can perform and you can do your record or your whatever you're doing, your single, but you need to be able to bring that performance to life, kind of what you're saying with your stage. Nobody wants to just see you stand there and sing or be a rapping and stand there with a water bottle and you walking around with a towel over your shoulder and you got 19 brothers on stage with you looking at the corner with their phone. You want to give me a show, give me a performance, give me something I can say, man, I saw Brother Jeff live and he was crazy. I know he did that one record, but his performance and his energy, he connected with the crowd. And that's the difference between a great performer and a boring artist. But artist development, if you would just go home and practice your shows like I did with my groups, you just got to rehearse, practice it, so it becomes, like Terrell said, muscle memory. Your show becomes automatic. So you're going to get nervous. If you're nervous, you've already rehearsed it. You know how to ad-lib. Nobody will know you made a mistake.
Yeah, that always cracks me up about artists. You know, folks don't half the time know your material or all of the words. And then they be like, oh, hold up. I'm like, just keep going.
Well, a lot of them are, it's maybe not even that they don't know the words, but they intoxicated. They intoxicated on stage, and you can tell, and that's why they can't remember their words. That's like really what's really going on.
Now, Jeff, there is a few artists, major artists I worked with in the past that they have to have their little shot or drink. We was on tour.
Hold on a second. You said a few artists?
A few R&B artists.
A
major
lot
names,
of them.
Major names that say, I can't go on stage unless I got my Patron. I got to have this. I got to have that. I can't even step out there. That's what you mean. Well, it gets me in the mood. I say, but if you don't have it, you just need to go and perform. Because time is money. They say, well, I can't perform without that. I said, that's a crutch, man.
But that's true because, like, can you imagine the pressure of performing on the spot and folks say, be excellent in front of me right now? I'm like, I better drink something first. I got to calm this thing down. I mean, I know I'm a professional. I got to do all of those different things, but I've been around the entertainment industry a long time to the point where, you know, it's really surrounded by drugs and alcohol in a lot of ways, and you got to be hella disciplined to be like, you know what, I get the athlete. The athlete's, this is my machine. I got to, you know what I mean? I can't be getting drunk before the game and running up and down and doing all of these different things. Some folks invest millions in their bodies in terms of nutrition and all those other things. And then some are just in a world where, yeah, the entertainment world can be very, very interesting.
Facts.
Especially after midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, you in a 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 a.m. world. How do you protect yourself? How do you stay focused in the midst of all of that?
I mean, I've been sober off alcohol for 1 year. I haven't drank any liquor in a year because, I was navigating on autopilot, you know, with alcohol, and I was doing a lot of different things. But now that I've, like, put the bottle down, the game has changed a lot. I mean, no one's perfect on earth, and we know that. It's impossible. It's impossible to reach perfection. But, you know, in this game of entertainment, you have choices. You don't got to go to the car. You can go home. You don't got to go to the after party. You can do the entertainment and bounce. You can keep it professional, because once you keep it professional, you get professional results. You get what you give out of this game. So if you going into the game all intoxicated, you like literally think you have to do everything intoxicated. I wrote my best music once I put the bottle down. It was crazy. I was like, this is crazy. I thought that I had to go to the studio, and you see this 9 times out of 10. I'll say 10 times out of 10. you'll see individuals getting lit up because that's the way they feel they got to make music, but it's really not. If you allow your brain to separate from that substance, you will create way better material. It's crazy.
Tell me a little bit about your Facebook page, because it's monetized. You got a zillion followers. You're doing all of the things on Facebook, and you've chosen Facebook. And specifically, I'm looking at this clip at the Flagstaff Mall. You got all kind of stuff on here.
Okay, yeah.
Talk a little bit about how folks can reach you via, social media.
You can find me at HFE_math, MATH, like mathematics, on Instagram. My name's Terrell Matheny. You can Google me. I'm on LinkedIn. You can go to my IMDb. You can literally just Google me and it'll pull up every platform, and I'm on Terrell Matheny from Aurora, Colorado. That clip that you saw at the Flagstaff Mall, we were actually shooting a movie called 10 Eyes, which also has Vonnie Jonesy in it. I play a security guard by the name of Dexter Styles. I'm the mall security. These guys right there, that's Little Do-Rag and Slavic in them. Those are some of the highest dancers in the world on TikTok. They're the guys who are actually dancing when they did the 50th performance of the Super Bowl with Dr. Dre and all them. Mm-hmm. There was these dancers in the box under Dr. Dre. That's those guys.
Wow. Can we show a little piece of it?
Go ahead.
Let's see if we can take a piece of it and show it, depending on the algorithm, and all of that. But let's see what's happening.
That's when I go for the kill. That's when you know it's real. You're about to get knocked off, run for the hill. Run, 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 run away, never your face. Get out the way, come on to run as you put you in place. Run, 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 running away, never your face. Get out the way, come on to run as you put you in place.
Terrell, that's what you're working with, huh?
Oh yeah, it's a little something. You know what I'm saying? I like entertainment.
Hold on a second. Hold on just a second. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. I got to do this real quick. Hold on just a second. I got to go back real quick. Hold on.
Get out the way, come on to punish you, put you in place. But I am not 21. Tony Montana with a Tommy gun. Mother, run. I'm Leatherface mixed with a million ones. I can see the best and I predict the future.
No, you can do it, bro. Do you still dance?
Actually, yeah, I did a TikTok dance that actually just almost went like baby viral when the Nuggets won. Were winning and they were going to the championship. I did the old turbo. Remember when we just swept LeBron?
Right.
So when we swept LeBron, I did the turbo dance when he comes out with the broom and it's like doom da da, doom da da. I did that video with a Joker Jokic jersey on.
Wow.
And that went like kind of viral. But when I was 21 years old, I used to dance for the Denver Nuggets. I danced on the Jumbotron after the Kiss Cam for like 3.5 to 4 years.
The kids cam.
On the kids, after the kids Kiss Cam. So I was in improv.
Kiss Cam.
This was before Instagram. They didn't have Instagram yet. So I'd probably have like 1 million followers if they actually had this. But what I was doing was during timeout, and this was when we had Allen Iverson, J.R. Smith, Boykins. Our team was loaded. We had, who do we have? Shumpert, Birdman. Okay, so we had all them people on them. I danced for them, and what I would do is they would give me a shirt that said Pepsi Center on it. And I would look like a ticket taker, and they would put the camera right on me, and I would dance for the entire stadium. And they would go crazy. So it's just crazy because I was going to bring that up when you were saying something about like performing right on the spot and being able to do it right there. That was like one of my moments.
It's muscle memory. As a matter of fact, here's what you're talking about. Nah, bro, you got it. Like, because if you did it, if you're talking about the sweep, that just happened,
right?
So that means you still got all that.
Yeah, I still got a little something.
No, you got a lot of something.
Okay,
a lot of something. You know, Terrell, in terms of just the dance and all of the entertainment, I was talking about this stage. that I'm going to do on the July 8th at the Black Arts Festival. I'm doing a tribute to the 90s. Bringing some acts, some performers. They gonna perform some 90s hits. I'm gonna have me a Bobby Brown up there. Jay, do I gotta bring Bobby?
Yeah.
You gotta bring Bobby
The
Brown,
small
right?
Bobby or the big Bobby?
The 90s. So maybe the My Prerogative kind of, the Ronnie kind of dude.
Yeah.
I gotta bring Aaliyah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Aaliyah gotta come.
Yeah.
TLC.
Oh yeah. Come on, you know you gotta bring TLC.
TLC gotta.
You
be
gotta
there?
bring your Usher.
Now that's what I wanted to ask you
You
about.
can't. What?
Usher.
Usher, man.
You gonna be in town?
Man,
July 8th?
Yeah, I got you, man. Shouts out to GBL, Get Busy Living.
Hey, can we get Terrell to just
Yeah.
come do a couple, just a Usher thing?
I got you. I do any and everything you want to make your girl say, mm-mm. You ready?
Jay, we done just booked Usher. Did we get him, Jay?
Let's go. I got you. Let's get it.
Man, we're doing a tribute to the 90s. Terrell gonna do Usher.
Cool. I'm locked in.
We're locked in. We're gonna
locked
tear
in.
that stage up.
Bet.
Man, we're gonna do Usher. Who else? Jay, who else got to be there?
What?
90s.
You mean as far as local?
It's a
local
90s tribute.
Oh.
I'm just talking about it's
Oh.
a tribute. Terrell gonna do a couple
He's saying
Ushers,
main artist.
main artists in the
Chris Brown
90s.
is kind of
Chris Brown wasn't 90s though.
Nah, Chris Brown ain't 90s.
He's not to the end.
Not really.
See, because
Genuine.
Genuine, yep.
Okay. You know, you got people like, you got to think about it. It's the 90s. Who do we have in the 90s?
The free thinkers, come on, y'all. Who's
Well,
your
Michael
90s
Jackson?
My 90s R&B, I had
Michael
Full
Jackson,
Force,
right?
Men at Large. I had Tyler Collins,
Oh yeah,
Force MDs.
all of them.
Who is that?
Man, Force MDs might have been the 80s.
Wait.
I put them on my 90s compilation.
Force MDs, I'm thinking might have been in the
Public
80s.
announcement.
You said Men at Large.
Yeah.
Nina said young Snoop Dogg. But roll rap, and others, SWV.
SWV, for sure.
You got to do SWV. Man,
I mean, but if you're doing 90s, are you doing just R&B or are you doing like music?
I think we're doing the music.
Because you're going to need a Pac.
Yeah,
you're gonna need the,
we're gonna do like a 50 years of hip hop tribute a little bit later.
Right.
So I'm going to go straight R&B,
Okay, that's
band kicking. You know what I mean? Coming out straight show. We got Usher. We're bringing Bobby Brown. We got to do Aaliyah.
You got to do it, Leah.
We got to do Mary J. Blige.
Got to do Mary J. Blige. You have to.
We can't do the 90s without
You
Mary
can't
J.
do it.
Blige.
You can't.
If we do the 90s, Jay, without Mary J. Blige, that's going to be disrespectful.
It ain't the 90s.
Mary J. Blige is going to kill it.
Come on.
Now,
Man.
I'm working on my R&B too for the 90s. I think I might have I might have Silk, H-Town, and Troop again, and then we might have the Jacksons maybe. So I'm working on that. So some R&B artists.
Man, well, I could tell you, Jesse Paris is right on time because we got a Whitney Houston tribute.
Oh yeah.
Was Whitney Houston hard?
But I'm just saying, like, everybody tries to pay homage to Whitney Houston, but the person who actually is doing it, they gotta be about, like, they gotta.
Oh, yeah. You got to bring it.
You gotta, man, but you gotta
Embody it.
like bring it, like.
It'll be disrespectful if you can't.
Well, I don't know.
That's why
I've heard a lot of people, there's only a couple, Jennifer Hudson.
H-Town, Tony Braxton. What's up with Tony Braxton?
Well, she just had one of her songs remade by Burna Boy, and it's tight too. Burna Boy is like that. He's nuts.
We know Tony Dixon. Tony Dixon does a lot of her writing now.
Huh?
Remember Tony Dixon's from Denver.
Yeah.
He got a lot of Grammys with Tony Braxton.
Well, when we think about what's happening musically, et cetera, in your trajectory and all the work that you're doing, Terrell, what was some of your aha moments where you was there and you was like, oh wow?
Probably when I
here.
got to Times Square and I looked up above Disney and I saw my face. And it was me, Monifa. Okay, Monifa, like the 90s hit song, Do You Really Want Up With Me Tonight? So it was me, her, and the other cast, because she's in the TV show Scrutiny with me. And we're looking up, and it was 1540 Broadway, and I saw my face in Times Square, and my boy Philip got us up there for 5 weeks. We were on Dick Clark, New Year's Eve, like in the back, like it was dope, like it was tight, and that was probably one of the best moments. That one, and when I went to Harkins Theaters and I saw my face under Vivica Fox, and right next to the Joker. No, actually, I think it was Batman that was coming out. I'm not really sure because I've been in the Harkins twice.
Man.
So I think it was that one, though. But those were, like, my moments. And the Nuggets thing. The Nuggets thing was crazy. Like, you can't. That's like 1 million people going crazy for you at one time.
Well, I could tell you, Jay, you've been all about them Nuggets for a long time. How special was that moment for you, bro?
Oh, man, it was great. Like I said, when we leave here, I'm going to take a picture by the mural because I got to post it to all my Laker fans that I know. They'll see what's what championship looked like in Denver. Yeah, man, it was great. Been a long time coming. Like I said, I used to go to the Coliseum over here downtown when they were the Denver Rockets, and they would let me security let me come in and watch the games. That first time I saw Dr. Dre, was McGinnis and Bobby Jones. I got to see him right there with the Nuggets and the mascot. We had the Nuggets Rocket. So as a kid, I used to go there all the time and watch the games.
Well, I could tell you, we got a strong musical entertainment. Just legacy of excellence right here in this state, right here in this city. And, you know, Terrell, sometimes we're often reaching outside to try and find greatness when it's always right next to us.
Well, that's what it's like anywhere. But it's like with every great city, we just got to have that push. Because remember when the South came, it was, you know, Slim Thug and Mike Jones and Paul Wall and all them hit real hard at one time. Atlanta hit real hard at one time. It was Jermaine Dupri, who else? Ludacris, Usher. All these people hit at one time. So Colorado needs that push together so that we can all blow up at one time.
Man. And it's happening. It's coming together.
Nah, it is. It is. You know, shout out to Trev Rich. He's doing a lot, making a lot of noise. AP, you know what I'm saying? These are, you know, music names that I started off with a long time ago. You know, and shout out to my boy Albiz as well. 5280 Mystic. Like, I could go on and on and on. You know, K-Tone for sure. Like, we started off like 20 years ago doing this. And so now it's tight to see us actually winning championships. Because when I was younger, all the teams were whack. We sucked at everything. When I was younger, we had Denver Zephyrs. We didn't even have the Rockies yet. You know what I'm saying? I remember
they was giving away them tickets.
They was, man, I'm telling you.
Listen, if you was in the inner city or any city,
right,
and you wanted to go see a sports team play from here, man, you go get you a stack of tickets.
For like $12. Right. So now that we're winning all these championships, everybody's getting light shined on them. We're getting some real media, you know, exposure for everybody. So now really it's time for us to push through the ceiling. That's what I think.
Wow. With that being said, it is none other than Terrell Matheny along with his father, Jay Johnson, up in the building. Don't forget, we are powered by the people. Go to brotherjeff.com, make a donation of any amount. Want to say thank you to all of our patrons. You make it happen. And then those of you who do go to brotherjeff.com, 7 donations a day. And then there's Cash App. Use the great Leanne Wheeler's favorite option, Cash App, $JEFFFARD. And when we were talking about products, don't forget about Chubby Curls, educating the natural community one scalp at a time. You've got those little skinny curls. Make them chubby, chubbycurls.com. Is there anything you want me to pull up we can listen to? One of your songs, one of your
video.
We could do audio too if you want.
Okay, cool.
What do you want to hear?
Let's give him a different type of vibe. Let's give him a song called Grammy Status.
Grammy Status?
Yes.
And just look it up on YouTube?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to go to YouTube.
It's off my album Bipolar that hit number 3 on the Amazon charts with, you know, barely minimal budget. That's how I know God works in, you know, God works mysterious ways, period.
And what's the name of the song?
It's called Grammy Status.
GRA, Grammy Status.
Yes, sir.
Grammy Status. Let's see here. I'm going to pull that up. We're going to find it. Is this it right here?
Yes, it is.
That looks like a video.
Yes, sir.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go.
This video, actually, I'm more of a Facebook person, so this video actually is about to hit 1 million streams on Facebook, probably in like 1 week.
Whoa. Okay, so let's check this out.
Yes, I. Yeah. Yes, I. Yeah. Wasn't letting obstacles in my way. Had to keep pushing forward, having. Had to work real hard to be great. I define my life and my place. I'm Grammy status, Grammy status, status. Grammy, Grammy, now I'm Grammy status, Grammy status, status. Grammy. Oh, I tell you, you know what I know. Everything that I had to go. Crazy nights in the CO, partying with crazy people. Oh, every night wasted. Laying on my breath tasteless. She tryna fake it to make it. Because I'm tired of sleeping in the house of vacant. Yeah, I know alright. Some of this dark inside. Stay on my grind. Got passion to do in my life. Wasn't letting obstacles in my way. Had to keep pushing forward, having. Had to work real hard to be great. I define my life and my place. I'm Grammy status, Grammy status, status. Grammy, now I'm Grammy status, Grammy status, status. Grammy, oh. The trials and tribulations, still tryna raise a brave son. Plus I 9 to 5 walks in the streets run. Too much poverty around me for a reason. No, got to get up and get it. Ain't nobody gonna help you get it, but everybody's gonna help you spend it. Everybody's gonna help you spend it. Yeah, put in my time. So many fruits on my label. Feels like my time. I constantly see all my haters. Wasn't letting obstacles in my way. Had to keep pushing forward, having. Had to work real hard to be great. I define my life and my place. I'm Grammy status, Grammy status. Grammy, now I'm Grammy status, Grammy status. Grammy. Wasn't letting obstacles in my way. Had to keep pushing forward, having. Had to work real hard to be great. Had to find my life and my place. Wasn't letting obstacles in my way. Had to keep pushing forward, having. Had to work real hard to be great. Had to find my life and my place. Wasn't letting obstacles in my way. Had to keep pushing forward, having. Had to work real hard to be great. Had to find my life and my place. Wasn't letting obstacles in my way. Had to keep pushing forward, having. Had to work real hard to be great. I done found my life and my place. Grammy status, Grammy status, Grammy, now I'm Grammy status, Grammy status.
Whoa. Man, that's hot. T, that's hot, bro.
Man, we shot that video on our day off.
You shot that on your day off?
Yeah, we were in Ajo, Arizona, shooting Operation Hope, the film. And we had 1 day off. I had the album coming out, and I needed a visual something. So I woke up my boy Byron, and I was like, dude, we got to shoot a video. Get you, because he had iPhone 14. I was like, man, we got to use your phone. I don't got nothing. I need something. So we went outside. We used my director's car. We was like, man, come on, man. We shot it right there on the set. That was like right around the set, because it's a really small town right on the border, like 30 minutes from the border, the Mexican border in Arizona, like right on the edge. And so
You're telling me that was shot with an iPhone?
yeah, that was shot with an iPhone 14. It's about to get 1 million streams, like straight up.
It was shot with an iPhone
Yep.
14.
And what's crazy is
4K,
like,
4K.
4K, and I edited the video and I couldn't even see it because it was such a big file that I had to go off of times, like every 3-second transitions. So I used timing to edit that video. It would have been way better, like better transitions and stuff, but that was all I could do because I literally couldn't even watch the video. I just had to like render it, watch it, and then make like change them a couple mistakes, and that was good.
Jay, they're shooting motion films with iPhones these days.
Yeah.
The technology is incredible.
Yeah. Technology, the creativity. If you got creativity, you can do it.
Oh man, talk about that, Terrell. Talk about the creativity, because now the technology can be affordable to anyone, but there's something that might transcend the fact that everybody might have an Apple 14.
But that's the problem. Is that you could go on Amazon and get a rapper starter pack for like $49.99. It comes with a microphone that goes like this, the little thing. I'm just saying. So it's making it so much easier to do stuff. Even producers and real beat makers, they hate it now because it's so easy to create stuff when they had to do it the hard way. Like, that was one of the reasons why my dad never really wanted to continue DJing, because once they went away from the real vinyl and started to go to more electronic, it just kind of took away the authenticity of the craft.
Man, when you think about that Grammy status, it has a Caribbean feel to it. Or does it? It feels like what they call world music.
World. Thank you. World music for everybody. That's what Michael Jackson made. Music is now about, drugs and alcohol, because they're pushing the envelope, because they're trying to sell products through wavelengths to get people to go and take Percocets. These people don't even to do these type of drugs they're telling people to go take.
Man.
But this is the message that you're sending out. I don't want that. I don't. That's not substance. Music is supposed to like help you through a rough time, or stuff like that. That's why songs aren't timeless anymore. You don't remember a song for like 3 weeks and then it's gone, because it's not, it's not the good substance music. It's not coming from right here, especially in the hip hop genre. That's what I'm saying.
Michael Jackson was a big influence on you.
Absolutely.
Why?
Because Michael Jackson was for everybody. There's two names that the whole world knows: Michael Jordan and Michael Jackson, and probably now Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James. These names have came, but back then there was two names: Michael Jordan and Michael Jackson. That's the whole world knew those two people. They didn't know nobody; they knew them, and they didn't even have to speak English. But the way that he couldn't even do concerts, he had to go to stadiums out of the country. Because there wasn't enough space for all the people that wanted to come and see this dude. God gave him a gift, and he used it to make positive changes to the world and make everybody hold hands and all, equality and black and white and colors and like it's amazing. It's such a good feeling. It's a great feeling to make that type of music. Michael Jackson inspired that, and that's what I want to bring back to the game. The game in hip hop has lost that. R&B, there's not even R&B now.
I was just wondering, and you guys give me your thoughts on this, because I was under the impression, because Jay and I we go way back to where the hit was in between the grooves in the record. Like, there was a lot that came to make a hit, and there were a lot of folks that played into not only just what was on the vinyl, but who played it, how they played it, when they played it. And, the DJ had a lot of power and influence in terms of what was getting out. And then all of a sudden, the executives became the influence inside of the music. And they started saying, well, you're just going to play these 10. And you're going to do time and temperature. We know top 40 was they going to play the top 40 songs. They'll determine which they are. Now it's like the top 5, top 6. You go to any station, you start hearing them same 6 songs, and then they'll spin off and act from that artist. You know what I mean? That will maybe create a branch for maybe something new. So when we start talking about hip hop, I'm wondering if the culture really controls what's being heard, or if these executives are saying this is the only sound we're going to push. And there's a whole bunch of other sounds in the community and folks doing things, but they may not, have those avenues to become whatever it is to counter them same 6 songs.
They say that mainstream radio is robotic. It's money. It has nothing to do with music at all. It doesn't matter. If I have the money right now, I could go take any one of my records as radio version, give them the money, and they will play it because of the money. No one cares about the music. They care about the money. That's all that it's about, and that's why we've lost so much substance. The art is gone. The love is gone. It's not the same. It's not. People aren't even taking the amount of time to even dig into a song because there's no substance. That, it's lacking authenticity, it's lacking originality, it's lacking real creative. A lot of creators, if you watch TV, how many Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are we going to see? There's tons of movies out there, but the companies go to what they know is going to make money. They don't want to take a chance on your new product. They know they can put out, if she playing me, keep it on. Every 5 years, now it's The Weeknd singing a song, and it's like brand new because it's brand new ears.
Wow.
It's brand new ears because they're just recycling old content. That's all they're doing. No one's really showing them any new original content that's going to make any real money. So unless it's about money, they don't care. And so they know Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is going to make money.
Wow.
They know that. So they're going to put it out like Spider-Man and Batman. It's going to be the same. But you know how many superheroes are out there? We don't hear about these superheroes because these are the franchises that are built with a strong foundation. They can just keep piggybacking forever. They don't need to build anything else.
Okay, so, Leslie wants to circle back to that Jewish Supergirl project. She wants to hear more.
Okay, yeah, so Hope is a fourth-generation Jew who gets her superpowers from her mother. She has super strength, so she doesn't even really realize it until later on in her life when she's being bullied, and she realizes one day that she has this super strength, and eventually she runs into this bad guy. His name is Malcolm Hawkins. He's the main man in town. He's that boy. I play the character of his right-hand man. If you see me on that screen, if I come to your house, it's not good. It's not pretty. It is not pretty when I come to your house. You don't want me showing up at your door.
This is the first time you get to play that part.
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of tattoos. It's typecast, but I've been able and blessed to be able to show a range of different type of attributes in acting, from drama to, so I was excited for this. But now after this, we're going to, I got to, get ready for what I have coming up, more superhero stuff. So I got to learn like Taekwondo or something, they said.
Wow.
Because they actually have to learn that stuff. Like they actually, Creed, he had to fight. He had to learn all that. He had to learn all that because it's real.
So when does the movie come out?
The movie comes out, I think he said in September. I can't give an exact date, but I know it's supposed to be that last month of like when summer's over or whatever.
Well, I can tell you, none other than Terrell Matheny, and I got to tell you all about Camp Curly, Colorado. My daughter, she's helping run this camp with Annalise, and so Camp Curly, Colorado. If you're talking about how to do your fro hawks, your afro puffs, your bantu knots, and all of those different things, and you're dealing with girls ages 6 to 8, ages 9 to 11, ages 12 to 15, from July 10th through July 14th, there's going to be an in-person camp, and you've got to register for all of this. We will put it in the link, but Google Camp Curly, Colorado. I'm trying to see if I could see if there's some, what they say, how to find it on the socials. How to find it on the socials.
I mean, I'm sure if you probably just go to the search bar and type in Camp Curly, it's probably,
it's going to pop up.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And then also, don't forget, tonight there's going to be, I want to say this right because this is or addressing the Willie Lynch syndrome. It's a black men camp. Well, it's not a camp, but it's actually a gathering of black men tonight with Bishop Dimmer. I'm going to find his information in just a second and give you that. But before we go, I want to just say once again that Terrell, it's great having you here, bro.
Man, thank you. This was a good platform. I enjoyed this.
Tell us a little bit about who you are, what you're up to, and how folks could reach out to you.
Like I said, you can just go to Google and type in Terrell Matheny. I'm sure there's some type of spelling on this that says what my name is. Just go to Google and look me up. Just always be paying attention. I literally have stuff going on every day.
All day, every day.
I mean,
You're on
I
that
wake
grind.
up and at 3 o'clock in the morning, I go to the gym at 5 o'clock because working out is a part of my job in order for me to do acting, and I want to go be a superhero. So, like in that type of film and do the fighting. So that's, you got to get active. So literally 24 hours a day, like nonstop.
Absolute World Church Men's Conference, Absolute Word, and Breaking the Willie Lynch Syndrome. It's tonight. I'm going to be speaking at 7 p.m. It's going to be at 1201 South Steel Street, and generally this is for the brothers coming together, figuring it out, working together, regardless of who you are, your station in life, or how it is, but just coming together and breaking that Willie Lynch syndrome. And the Willie Lynch syndrome basically is about division as opposed to unity. We got to figure out how to come together and stay together as opposed to picking out who's lighter, who's darker, who's richer, who's poor, and all these different dynamics that divide us and work against us. So with that being said, Jay, what are you up to? What are you working on these days?
Well, working on Terrell.
Yeah.
I'm working on, like I said, we're working on a compilation, Return of R&B 2, with all the different groups I named. And then we also have my business partner, Marv, has a movie coming out. It's Dogs Films, and the movie is called Lot 24, The Rental. So it'll be coming out in the fall, and it's an independent film that he wrote and directed. And I did the music soundtrack for it.
Wow. Well, you keep that legacy going. I got to
And
tell
one
you.
more thing.
No, please tell me.
And then our next movie is going to be starring Terrell.
He's going to be in it?
Yep.
Can you give us a little teaser? What's he
I
going to
have
be
no
doing?
idea what it's about.
He don't know yet?
No, he don't know yet.
You about
It's
to be
getting
in
written now, but
you about to be in another film, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 2 more films coming up, a TV show coming up, and I got Hope 2 coming
Man.
up too.
Well, don't forget, even if you go to the Breaking the Willie Lynch Syndrome function tonight, you're going to meet Matt Kraft, and you all saw Matt Kraft on The Breakfast Club. He's got the app Slinkit. I'm hoping that you all heard about Slinkit. Are you up on Slinkit? You heard of it?
I mean, I feel like I have, but maybe I need to get up on it.
Slinkit is developed by Matt Kraft. He's from here. It's a revolutionary app to where you're going to be able to go to movies. And I think he's got a 12-movie deal right now to where you could just point your phone at the screen without a QR code and all those different things, and you can merchandise everything, and you can see what's in all those scenes. You like that couch? Boom, you can order it right now.
Oh, that's crazy.
And then
That's
like
right.
right now, if you were a part of the Slinkit app, they could look at you, Terrell, and say, "Man, I like those glasses. I'm ordering them right now."
That's crazy.
Without a QR code. Just point it at the screen, and even so much so you can get them going down the street or whatever. Like when you talk about technology and AI technology and all the stuff that's going on, coming from our city, everybody Google it, Slinkit. Matt Kraft figured out the technology, and he took it to Comcast and all these other places, and they were surprised because they said, "This is what we've been trying to figure out, and you figured it out." And so go watch McCraft on The Breakfast Club, and now the Breakfast Club is a part of BET. Watch McCraft on The Breakfast Club talking about Slinkit, and you'll see Charlemagne and who's the other one? Charlemagne and DJ Envy.
Yeah, Envy.
DJ Envy. They're all on it. They're like, "Nah, don't leave us out. We're investing right now." And that's what's happening with Slinkit. But with that being said, I want to just let you know that Leslie Tworogowski, she says she loves your ideal and the movie because of her being a Jewish girl, and also, the only Jewish story is generally around Anne Frank, and that's not exactly inspirational to her. And she's excited to see what's happening with Operation Hope.
Operation Hope, lblf.net, coming this year. Pay attention.
All right, you all. Don't forget brotherjeff.com. Shout out to our patrons, and don't forget about Cash App, $JEFFFARD. That's the great Leanne Wheeler's favorite option. The Black Arts Festival, July 7th, 8th, and 9th, and that's coming up, it looks like maybe next week. Time is flying. June is gone.
The year's gone. It just started.
It started and it's over. Make your way to City Park. Make your way to City Park, the Black Arts Festival, July 7th, 8th, and 9th. And I think tomorrow night, Sandy, I want to say thank you for the tickets. She gave me some Patti LaBelle tickets.
Patti LaBelle.
Patti LaBelle's going to be at the Botanic Gardens tomorrow.
That's wonderful.
Right down the street.
That's tight. Botanic Gardens? That's tight.
Sandy sent me some tickets.
That's,
Yeah, that's nice.
But we're going to be at that Botanical Gardens tomorrow.
Yeah, that's tight.
We got it. Jay, how cold is Patti LaBelle?
Patti LaBelle is wonderful. I met Patti LaBelle once before, and I tell a lot of artists I work with now, as soon as Patti gets off stage, she takes her towel and wraps around her throat. And she said, you don't want that night air getting into your mouth because this is my moneymaker. So Patti LaBelle's it's like talking to your mother. She's a real friendly woman. She's very professional, and she's just a wonderful time. She kind of had a hard time at the BET Awards the other night doing a Tina Turner tribute.
Well, listen, Tina Turner ain't no small feat.
Nah.
If Patti LaBelle's struggling with Tina Turner, that tells you Tina Turner is in a class
Well, she struggled because of the teleprompter, the words.
Oh, yeah.
The words went out.
Oh,
she
yeah.
didn't know the words to the song, but she was like, help me, y'all, help me.
Yeah. Well, you remember when I think it was Mariah Carey on New Year's Eve and the earpiece went out or whatever, and her background, them high notes that was programmed to hit wasn't hitting with her because the technology.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you got to be able to perform your music.
Yeah, tell them the trick. I taught you.
Yeah, so before I perform, I usually go to the bathroom and get a piece of paper towel, and I ball it up and I put it in my ear. Because usually there's no monitor on stage, so you can't hear when them speakers are right next to you, but you cover your ear, and that helps you hear yourself, and you'll never get off. It's perfect. It works every time.
See, there you got them earpieces that cost $3,000, and you got that piece of tissue.
Yeah, right. Plug it
that
up.
you can pull straight out that bathroom anywhere USA, and it works. Yes, Patti LaBelle will be at the Botanical Gardens tomorrow night, and I'm going to be there, courtesy of Sandy Robnett. All right, I appreciate you all being here. Appreciate the wisdom. And Jay, you got any final words?
Thanks for having us, Brother Jeff. You have a wonderful show.
Right
Thanks
on.
for having Terrell on. Good job.
Right on. Terrell, final words. What would you tell an aspiring actor or musician or someone that's watching you and they're in the wake? Give them some words of wisdom and encouragement.
Keep grinding. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. So even if you don't think you're the best, you can polish your craft and work on it. One day you will get exactly where you're going if you stay consistent. Shouts out to Get Busy Living, my boy Mike. Y'all know what it is. Pay attention to what we doing over there at GPL. We making moves on y'all.
Wow. With that being said, I appreciate you all being here. And if you go down swinging, you just might score a knockout. Rumble, young man, women, and community. Rumble.